Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dimmailoka. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, I am a content creator that makes video talking all about God, finance, self-development, and sharing my unique journey with all of you. All this to make you and I better people. So if these are the things that you are interested in, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. In this video, I'll be sharing with you guys things to realize that will change your life immediately. So let's get right into this video. Our first stop is, before anything, know that you are God's child first. I came across this from a YouTuber by name Maya Gravels, and since I came across these quotes, this has always stuck with me, and I can see some changes in my life when I realized that before anything, I am God's child first. Before you run around with low self-esteem, before you think that people in your life are the ones that are going to determine your future, you can't even see your future without these people. Before you run around thinking that if certain people live your life, then you can't amount to anything. Before you think and believe these things, know that you are God's child first. You are God's child first before you even become your parents' child. That is how deep this is. And since I realized this, I've kind of lived in the world right now with an extra confidence that no matter what, God got me because I am His child first. Before anything, before I met these people, before I even met my parents, I am His child. Okay, so don't let people intimidate you. Don't let people make you to feel that without them you are nothing. You are actually something. Okay, the next step is be heavy on developing yourself. The last Faith Talks video that I made, I kind of talked about this a little bit. I shared when I started focusing on developing myself, the relationship I have with people started making more sense. Do you understand? The relationship I have with people, I started seeing progress because I started developing myself. Any relationship you are in and you are not developing yourself, my dear, it will really lack something, to be honest with you. Especially when the other person is developing him or herself, advancing, getting better, and you are stuck in one place and you're not even doing anything to be better, then that relationship is going to be one-sided. So in any place, in any circumstance you find yourself, always strive to develop yourself. In any situation, ask yourself, what can I make out of this situation? I know this is not the place I want to be, but what can I learn from this? How can I get better at this? What can I get out from this situation? How can I get myself to be better so that I can leave this situation and move on to the next level? Be heavy on developing yourself. The next step is be open to change. Change is to existence what blood is to human being. Change is inevitable and it will always happen. Yes, we will always evolve. That is a static fact. We will always evolve. Okay, so be open to change. Be flexible with life. I can remember some time ago when I used to say, I am this kind of person. I am an introvert. I am this way. I can't change. A close friend of mine, he will always tell me, my dear, stop saying that you are this way. You are that way. When you say these things, you limit yourself from becoming better. Because you have already confined yourself to this space that you are this exact person. For that, you can't move out from it. Be open to change. Be flexible. Okay? Stop confining yourself into a starting state so that you can change as much as you want. You have the power. You can be whatever you want to be. You have the power. Unless you convince yourself, unless you believe in yourself, that is when you will become whatever you want to be. So be open to change. Stop saying, I'm this certain person, especially when it has to do with negativity. Why don't you work on yourself to change, to become better? You confine yourself in a space and be like, I am this person. If you can't handle it, then leave. Nobody loves trash, even you. Nobody loves bad character, even you. So one thing you need to realize that will change your life immediately is to be open to change. Our next stop, which is also a vital one, a lot of people battle with this. Not everybody, but a lot of people battle with this point I'm about to make. You are not responsible for the expectations others place on you. You are not responsible for making other people happy. You are not responsible for making the other person satisfied. No, that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to live authentically and do the right thing. That is your responsibility. Okay? Stop allowing people to manipulate you. Don't allow people to always jump on you, use you, dump you, reuse you again, recycle you to their taste. No. Don't let people step all over you. You are not responsible to make them happy. It is not your responsibility to satisfy them. You know one thing, those things that you feel that you do for people, and then if you are no longer in their life, then they can't get it. That is a lie. Everybody in this world is replaceable. Yes. So stop allowing people to step all over you. Okay? Stand up for yourself. Set boundaries. The next one is to stop being scared of failure. You need to realize that failure is a natural part of life. Like, you can't debate it. You can't remove it. You can't extract it. Every one of us must encounter failure. Unless you are not doing something big. Unless you are not doing something worthwhile. If anyone says they haven't failed in life, then know that they ain't doing something worthwhile. I made a whole video talking all about failure, you know, the importance, how you can navigate through it, how you can make the best use of it. So I'll link it up here, and also it will be linked in the description, okay? So stop being scared of failure. Without failure, we can't think outside the box. Without failure, we can't explore new ideas. Without failure, we can't do great things, okay? Just keep on exploring, experimenting, taking risks. 4-7 times, get back up 8 times. It will all worth it at the end. Our next stop is always show up. As I'm saying this, I'm also speaking to myself. Dimma, always show up. Yes, because sometimes I don't really show up. Like, I know that for real. And I'm also asking God to help me with this. Do it scared, do it tired, do it confused, do it depressed, do it like in any emotional state you are. Always show up for yourself. Okay? You are winning. Just by showing up alone, you are already winning. You are out here watching self-development videos, reading books, researching, cracking your brain, trying as much as possible to make the best out of the situation you are in. You are doing something, okay? Clap for yourself and don't stop. Don't stop, because success is ours. Our next stop is you are not your past. My last episode on Faith Talks is dedicated to this. You are not your past. I talked a lot about this. I backed it up with Bible scriptures. Like, I really went into this topic. So if you want to know more about this, you can go watch that video. Okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that do not let your past define you. I know you made that mistake. I know you made poor decisions. I know you hurt other people. I know you did this, I know you did that. I know people hurt you. I know that you were manipulated. I know that you were used, that at this point you can't even stand up for yourself. You are scared of going out into the world because you don't want to be used again. I know that you feel less, you feel disqualified because you are not like every other person, you don't fit in. But these things don't define you. What you did before, who you were before, who people said you are, that is not who you are. Be optimistic. Look to the future, like look ahead and see the brighter days. God said in his word that the old things have passed away, new things are in existence, that he is making a way in the wilderness. He is making waters to flow in the desert. That is what he said he is doing. Apostle Paul said that one thing is certain. Let the past behind, like leave it behind and stretch forward to the things ahead. Okay? Let me tell you one thing. You can have a better body, a better spiritual life, a better career. It is up to you for real. Like, it is all up to you. Okay? Instead of you to dwell in your past, mourn over how people hurt you, those people are moving on. They are working hard. They are winning. They are doing things for themselves. Why don't you get up and do things for yourself? Why don't you show up? So believe that you can have all things, like you deserve the best things in the world. Do not let your past define you. That is something you need to realize, that will change your life like this instant. Okay? Just like Shopra Priyanka said, it doesn't matter what your circumstances is. What matters is how big your dreams are. The next one is, know that you can always start over. When I realized this, I was like, wow. Life is truly a mystery. Just know that you can always start over. Most times we feel that we are running out of time. For example, in Africa, I don't know about anywhere else in the world. Once a woman is reaching the age of 30 and she's not married, like, it feels as if she is now running out of time. She too will feel the pressure on herself. The family is going to be like, when are you getting married? People are going to be looking at her like, why aren't you married at this stage? And this will make this woman to start feeling, oh, she's missing out. Oh, she's running out of time. And then once a man said, I want to, she's like, let's get married. She doesn't care about his character anymore. She doesn't care if they are compatible. Like, she doesn't care about all these things anymore. And most times, even in our finances, at a certain age, you are expected to be doing certain things. You are expected to own certain things. And when you don't have these things, the pressure the society puts on you makes you to start feeling like you are running out of time. But actually, our timeline are different. The purpose God created us for is actually different. Just know that you can always start over. It is your body, like, it is you, it is your mind, it is your spirit, it is you. I don't know how to say this, but it is like you have control over it. You can always start over. Remember, you are the greatest project you will ever work on. Restart, reset, refocus as much time as you need. Like, it is you, okay? Our next up is change your mindset. A changed mindset is a changed life. Most especially, I think our whole system is actually controlled by our minds. You've heard things like the subconscious. I actually read a book some time ago about subconscious, and I learned a lot of vital lessons, which I'll also make a video talking about that, because guys, we possess so much power that we can't even imagine. But that is a story for another day. What I'm trying to say here is that the greatest freedom, the greatest liberation a man can get is the liberation of the mind. It is not actually liberation physically. A person can be a free man physically, but inside he's caged, he's in bondage. But once someone is liberated in the mind, that liberates every other thing around him. It doesn't matter even if that person is in prison. That is why you see somebody like Tupac. He goes into prison, he comes out, he releases hits, like, because he's actually liberated in the mind. He's just bound in shackles physically, but in his mind is actually liberated. But if someone is not free in the mind, then you don't have freedom. So we need to liberate our minds. There's a story I want to share you guys real quick. This story is from a philosopher, Paulo Freire. I read about him in school. He talked about some peasants then in his days. These peasants were being maltreated by their lords. Do you understand? So one day, I don't know how this happened, but their lord seemed like he's at their mercy. He was bound in shackles. So the person was telling this peasant, go and hit him, like this person treated you badly, beat him up. Now he doesn't have authority anymore. He's at your mercy. But these peasants, they couldn't even do anything. They are still scared of him, even when their lord was at their mercy. That is how deep these things are. I used to take this mindset of a thing lightly, but I realized that the power our mindset possesses. In fact, our mindset determines what we put out and sometimes what we get from the world. So these peasants couldn't even harm their lord. Why? They are now free. Their lord is at their mercy, but why? Because they are not liberated in their mind. They are still bound in shackles. They are still peasants in their mind. They are still slaves. So liberate your minds. Change your mindsets, okay? See good in every situation. Adapt to the knowledge that you need to get uncomfortable before you get comfortable. Believe that you can actually achieve your dream life. Remember this quote that says, the sky isn't our limit. Our limit is our minds. We are our own limits, okay? So change your mindset and take the world as it is. Our next step is be grateful to God. In the Bible, there was when Jesus Christ healed 10 lepers. Only one came back to appreciate. So do you think that if gratitude isn't a big deal, that this story would have been mentioned in the Bible? Gratitude is a big deal. Like I always say, you can always have more and you can also have less. Be grateful to God. Y'all are out here wanting big things, but the little you have, are you grateful? Or are you here blaming God, blaming yourself, blaming your parents for the life they couldn't give you? Be grateful to God. Know that He's working behind the scenes. Know that He's constantly working on you, just like He said in the scriptures, that we are God's cultivation. We are God's building. He's working on us. He's sculpting us meticulously. He's pruning us. Okay? Just remember that every situation you are in, whatever win, whatever you do, be grateful to God. Whatever you have, and acknowledge Him. Yes, acknowledge Him in your wins. Oh God, you did this for me. Thank you, God, for life. Thank you for food. Thank you for shelter. Thank you for making me to pass my exams. Like, whatever it is. Okay, let's cultivate the habit of being grateful to God. Remember, God is the rewarder of every good deed. It's not because we work so hard that we have what we have. No. If it is like that, there's a lot of people working so hard in the world that haven't even gotten what they want. God is the rewarder of every labor. The next realization is there is no rebirth without death. On your quest to be the best version of yourself, on your quest to achieve, to live your dream life, you are going to lose people, you're going to lose relationships, you're going to lose a lot of things. But remember that there is no rebirth without death. Okay? It is a natural part of the journey. You can't move with everyone. Yes. And that doesn't make you a bad person, and also that equally doesn't make them lesser or bad people. No. We are all in our journey. We have different timeline. We have different purposes. So when you lose people, when you lose things, just take it as a natural part of the journey. Our next up is hard work. I love this part so much. Yes, I watched an interview when the guy in the interview said that he doesn't believe in talent. Well, I don't agree with him on this, but he actually has a point to make, and that point is something that I want to talk about. Okay, I believe in talents, but he believes that you can't tell me that you have talents and you are not working on it. Then the talent becomes useless. Remember, practice outworks talent when talent is not working. So don't sit around in the house and feel like, oh, I have talent, I'm good at singing, I'm good at doing this, I'm good at that. Work on it. A lot of people are not even as good as you are, but they are achieving more than you because they are putting in the work. I love this quote from Bruce Lee. Like, I would say that this is one of my favorite quotes. Bruce Lee once said that he's not scared of a man who knows 10,000 ways to kick. He's not scared of that person, but he is scared of a person who knows only one way to kick and has practiced 10,000 times. That is the person he's scared of. So can you see what I'm trying to say right now? He's not scared of the person who has that talent. He knows 10,000 different techniques. No. But he's scared of a person who only knows one but has practiced 10,000 times. That is the magic of hard work. Don't sit around the house feeling like, oh, I have talent, I have talent. Put in the work and make the best out of your talents. Enough of being depressed, enough of being sad, sitting around the house. No. Put in the work, okay? God is by your side. The next step is set boundaries. Stop assuming that people should act a certain way. I used to do that a lot, but right now I'm heavily working on that. Stop assuming that people should treat you a certain way. They are treating you the way they know. They are treating you, they are giving out their best. So it is left for you to say, no, don't give me this. Don't give me that. You shouldn't sit around and assume they should know what to give you and what not to give you. Stop being that nice person. Whatever they ask you for, you just give it out. Even things you don't want to. It's okay to do things for people. I do things for people. It's okay to make sacrifices. But don't be that nice person doing things even when you know that I shouldn't be doing this, but you keep on doing it. No is a complete word. No is meant to be used. Tell them, no, I can't. No, I can't give you this. No, I can't do this. Use that word, no. And I'll actually make a video on setting boundaries, guys. So expect that, okay? So, but one thing you need to realize is that you need to set boundaries. If you want to achieve, if you want to do great things, you need to set boundaries, okay? Because you need to work on your dreams, you need to do certain things, you don't have to do certain things as well. And the only way you can be able to make these things happen is by setting boundaries. And the last one is stop running away from your problems. I used to do this a lot. I'm the type of person that I don't even want us to talk about it, but my friend, my closest friend, he will be like, we must talk about this, and I'll keep on running about, like I'll be like, I don't want to talk about this. And he taught me that it's good to sit down, talk about your problems, and trash it out, so that tomorrow you guys won't make the same mistake again. Stop running away from your problems. A lot of people have this habit of, when they have problems, they binge eat, they binge, watch movies or whatever that gives them comfort. They binge drink, and do stuff like that. After doing all those things, that problem is still there, waiting for you, okay? Stop running away from your problems, solve them. That is one of the ways to grow, okay? So with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So guys, tell me, which of these tips that I mentioned earlier in this video resonates with you? Which ones do you want to get better at? Which one are you already good at? Just guys, let's engage in the comment section, okay? Also tell me what you want to see more from this channel. Is there any topic you want me to talk about? Just put that in the comment section, okay? We are just here to help and inspire each other to grow. So It's still your favorite dimmailoka, and it's been great with you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive and stay cheeky. Bye.